Hey guys, welcome back to another video where I play Jeskai Control in Historic. This time we're going to play best of 3. As for the decklist, it's pretty similar to the decklist I played in the last best of 1 video. The only change is now that we are playing 4 Magma Opus and only 1 Absorb. That said, pretty standard Jeskai Control list nowadays without Brainstorm. The core idea is to just control our opponent with the standard cards like the counters with Memory Lapse, Absorb, and also controlling the board with Helix or in a bunch of board wipes. And then jamming either Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, or sneaking in Magma Opus, which is giving us a ton of value and a ton of advantage over our opponents. As for the sideboard, also pretty standard. We are playing Seal Away for dealing with creatures that we cannot deal with the board wipes or with something like Lightning Helix. Dovin's Veto, Mystical Dispute. For other control matchups, those are pretty nice cards. Thrive for killing our opponents. Teferi. Another Ward of God if we are against really creature-heavy decks. Commands the endgame also against other control matchups. This is a game winner. And also Shark Typhoon, sneaking Shark Typhoon is really good in matches that are locked up. Alright, so that said, let's get started. Okay, so it seems like we are on the draw here. Exactly. Actually, this is a good hand, so we are going to keep this. Den of the Bugbear. Alright, let's just play a Triome and pass the turn. What is this? Anyway, so we are going to play Glacial Fortress, and end of turn of our opponent we will discard Magma Opus. Is this Goblins with Den of Bugbear? Okay. So if this is Goblins, they have a really slow turn, because usually they play latest on turn 2 a Goblin, so turn 3 is really late for the Goblin deck. So this should buy us some time then. Depending on what our opponent is playing next, we will Prismari Command a Chieftain and cycle 2 cards. Actually, we could also play Mizzix Mastery right now, kill the Chieftain, get a bunch of value. I think that's even the better play. Two for you, 2 for you. Yeah, whatever. Tap 2 lands, distribute the damage correctly. Draw 2 cards, not cycle 2 cards, draw 2 cards. Prismari Command is cycling. Yeah, that was a nice turn. So now we have Memory Lapse. Yeah, this is Goblins. Really slow start of Goblins, so I'm not afraid here. I think we will just play Steam Vents tapped. And pass, attack with the Elemental and then pass the turn. We have a counter up and also Prismari Command, so we're in a good spot here. Next turn we are able to play Teferi, which is even better. We just need to check that we are out of Muxus range or are able to handle Muxus. So this is Goblins you could target +1 +0 and haste. Yeah, I guess that's fine. So we definitely wanna draw a Rod of God. So we will play Prismari Command right now, so that also the count for Krenko is lower, and kill the Chieftain and cycle 2 cards. No Ward of God or any other board wipe. I think we wanna just discard Hallowed Fountain and Sulfur Falls here. Oh, not Sulfur Falls, but the Plains. 2 goblins for our opponent. And so the question is if we want to play Teferi now, so it is most likely, he's most likely going to die. But anyway, we are able to draw a card and we still have Memory Lapse up, so I think it's still, also because we have 3 Teferis in hand, it's still good to play Teferi here. There is an argument to bounce the Krenko here, but I rather choose to throw a bunch of cards here. And yeah, keep the Elemental up for blocking, so maybe Teferi survives. Three cards in hand for our opponent. No mana for Muxus yet. Another one of these Battlecry goblins. Total power 6 or greater, then a new attacking goblin is created. Alright, I have no problem with that. Okay, so I guess Teferi is going to die here. So this is, I can block 1, but this is 5, this is 7 actually, and there will be another goblin. They are all attacking Teferi here. I guess I will just kill one of them. You never know. Do we have something or crave that is of interest right now? I don't think so. So yeah, same play as last turn. So we are on 16. To the hit from the goblins won't kill us. We definitely need to find a board wipe here. Oh, what is? Yeah, that might be a problem if all goblins are going to get haste. Yeah, so I think I need to handle this guy right here. Let's see, he plays it again for... No, I can't handle it like that. This is interesting. Let's draw a card with Teferi then. There's the Anger of the Gods, so we need to survive one more turn. But this isn't looking that good now. If Krenko is creating a bunch of tokens, yeah, this is over. There's nothing we can do right now. Yeah, we need to go to game 2 here. Alright, Goblins, so what do we want to have against Goblins? We definitely want to have another Rod of God effect. Beside that, Seal Away might be good against Krenko. I do not want to have Dovin's Veto here. So Dovin's Veto goes for Rod of God. Other than that, nearly everything in our deck is good against him. I think I want to trim one Narset and play the Seal Away. With Shock Typhoon, the games are... our opponent is quite quick, so I don't want to have Shock Typhoon here. I think this is a good... Yeah, this is good 60 cards against Goblins. So yeah, just let's give it a try. play first. That's a good hand. We will play the Triome on turn 1. So then next turn we can discard Magma Opus, and then we have Prismari Command open, which should give us access to more lands. And also we might gotta kill what's coming out of here right now. So this guy right here was annoying last turn, so I think I will kill it as soon as I can. But let's wait, maybe he wants to spend some mana for an activation or something, so no rush here. Goblin War Chief. I think I rather want to kill the War Chief before the Battlecry Goblin. So let's just deal 2 damage, draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. Yeah, there are the lands. Let's see. I think I need to Prismari Command, I guess. Also to protect Teferi, so I need to discard 1 Gearhulk and 1 Hallowed Fountain. There's another Teferi, so let's jam Teferi. Draw a card. Lightning Helix is a perfect draw here because it enables us to right away protect Teferi from any attack. Other than Fry. Yeah, okay, so still it is protected from any attack, but yeah, Fry is going to kill Teferi here. Yeah, let's just Lightning Helix this one. Okay, if we draw land, yeah, perfect, just land. Yeah, I just play another Teferi here. Ooh, Mizzix Mastery. So we have Magma Opus in our grave. So next turn, if our opponent just plays the Snoop, we are able to wipe the board. But there is a Muxus, our opponent is on 4 lands here, so if he's not playing another land, we have green light. Yeah, that's nice. So now we can wipe the board with Magma Opus. So let's just draw a card first. Absorb is also perfect here. Yeah, so then let's play Magma Opus. Kill both Snoops. Tap your lands, draw 2 cards, create a 4/4 elemental. And we have Absorb up. We can play Hallowed Fountain tapped here because we are going to untap 2 lands in our end step. So we have now Absorb up. So Goblin Midrange. Do we care about Goblin Midrange here? No, I don't think so. Skirt Prospector, sure. I think we will just kill the Prospector end of turn. Our opponent still did not draw any additional land here. Okay, he prevents us from getting life. Okay, let's just attack with the elemental. And now if he wants to attack with Matron to Teferi, we can just play Torrential Gearhulk, block, and get some value out of, I guess, Prismari Command. Another Snoop, that's fine. I think we will still play the Gearhulk here. Wipe his board, yeah, he stoops. Alright, 1-1. Up to the final round. Yeah, that's a good hand against our opponent. Can handle a lot of early threats, so yeah, this is definitely a keep. Rally Goblin, that's fine. That's nothing we want to handle. Still, I think we should play an untapped Steam Vents here to handle an early Cranko. And even if he has Cranko, we can handle it easily with Seal Away. Goblin War Chief, yeah, that's also something we want to handle. Another Memory Lapse, that's nice. Also prevents our opponent from drawing additional goblins. So let's play the Triumph tap and pass the turn. Goblin Chieftain. Do I wanna... Well, I could buy me some time if I'm... So opponent did not play any additional land, so I think this is all non-land spells. Which means that we can prevent him 2 additional turns from drawing another land. Where we are developing Teferi. Okay, there's another land. There's Anger. So next turn, if he's going to play Chieftain, we let it resolve because we draw Anger. Any other threat we will not let resolve here. Okay, go down to 15. That's also fine. This will also die to Anger. Get a bunch of damage here. Let's stabilize next turn with Memory Lapse up. There you go. 1 card in hand. Yeah, this mixes like expected. Nice thing here is, if this is not a land, he is not able to play it next turn. And I think I play Narset here over Teferi because I can dig deeper with Narset and find something if this is a land. Yeah, absorb. Play Hallowed Fountain, and now even if this is a land, Muxus is no threat. Sure, we can seal away this. This says creature, yeah, tap creature, perfect. This also prevents Muxus from coming down to the board even further, because we get rid of 1 land. I do not think that we need Narset anymore. Opponent is not drawing any extra cards. So I like Lightning Helix here actually. Another Lightning Helix, sweet. Let's make sure that we are able to play it, or play both next turn. So now we just need a Gearhulk to win the game. Attacking me. Do I want this to attack me? Well, let's just be greedy. Play Lightning Helix here. Yeah, there's the Gearhulk. Well, let's wait what our opponent is up to before we play the Gearhulk. There's nothing that is providing us too much value here. The War Chief, yeah, I let this resolve. We can just block with Gearhulk. But I'm actually not sure if I want to block with Gearhulk, because next turn... No, I want to play Gearhulk right now. And yeah, okay, opponent scoops. So, first victory in this recording against Goblins. So we are on the play here. Yeah, that's a nice hand. We are definitely going to keep this. Play Steam Winds tap, next turn search for Azcanta. Let's see what our opponent is up to. So yeah, we will definitely play Search of Azcanta. Next turn we have no rush for developing any more mana, because we have the second and third land. So there is no need to discard Magma Opus next turn, or next turn of our opponent. This is... I think this is Elves. Elves or Red-Green Midrange. So anyway, we still wanna play Glacial Fortress here, so we have also white mana up. Next turn we have also red source to play either Aggro or Clarion. So we stick to the plan, play Search for Azcanta. Yeah, I think that's Elves. If we see double forest, I think it's Elves. No, it's not. What's that? Okay, something different. No Elves. Well, just pass a turn. Wait to discard Magma Opus next turn. Or this turn now. No opponent's end step. Yeah, that's fine. So next turn we will play Anger, so that we can also get rid of the Scrouger here. Okay, get 4 damage, or 6 actually. But that's not a big deal. And a 1/1. Okay, so next turn there will be most likely Lovestruck Beast. Rod of God. I think we want to keep Rod of God here. And play Anger now. Pass the turn. If he's just playing the Lovestruck Beast, I'm totally fine with that. Steel Leaf Champion, so good that we kept the Rod of God. Huh, he can crew Heart of Kiran again. Okay. Interesting. So he could also crew it with Lovestruck Beast, so this Heart of Kiran is getting kind of a problem. So we need to find Prismari Command here so we can get rid of the artifact. Do we want to have this right now? Well, if we handle... I think we need to keep it, right? Oh no, we do not have... No, we have white mana. We have white mana open with the treasure. So, yeah, I think we need to play Rod of God right now. And next turn, pray for a white source. Or any land actually, because we could then discard Magma Opus for this. Okay, this gets kind of annoying now. So we have 2 additional turns to handle this Heart of Kiran. Yeah, like I said, we gotta keep this. Just play... or discard, better to say, Magma Opus here, play Day of Judgment, kill the Steel Leaf Champion, feels kind of bad, spending 4 mana to kill this. So now he's most likely playing another Steel Leaf Champion, oh my god. Okay, down to 1. So next turn we have potentially a Azcanta up. Memory Lapse is not what we want to see here. Another Memory Lapse. Well, let's see what we find in a Azcanta. Is there anything that is going to help us here? So if we Helix, we are up to 4, but the Steel Leaf Champion is 5. So either way, we are dead. So up to game 2. Okay, so I like Seal Away here, and I think I also like... Do I like Lightning Helix here? I don't think so. So we are going to trim Lightning Helix here. Anger was... I think also the Clarion isn't that good. I might also trim 1 Anger. I need to think about it. But let's just see first what we want to have. So we want to have Rod of God. Fry isn't that good here, but it isn't good either way, so no way we are going to board Fry. Brazen Borrower is kind of good. Prismari Command is good. Do I want to have Veto over Absorb? I don't think so. So then there is Shock Typhoon. Shock Typhoon can block Heart of Kiran, so it is good. Let's trim 1 Memory Lapse. Also Narset, I think we can trim on Narset here a bit. And maybe 1 Gearhulk. What else? Well, we have... I think we don't need 2 Anger of the Gods here. Yeah, so I think this is fine. We can... yeah, we can try this one. Okay, so we're on the play now. yeah, this is fine. We have Prismari Command, so we can handle Heart of Kiran if it is annoying again. It's bothering us. We also have Brazen Borrower, which is nice. Yeah, so this is definitely a keep. Opponent took a mulligan. I did not pay attention up, but yeah, he took a mulligan. Again, Plague Collector, that's fine. We have Azcanta again. It's also nice. So next turn we could handle the Plague Collector, but I'm not sure if I want to keep Prismari Command up for Heart of Kiran. This is nothing that I'm concerned about. Yeah, okay, so now he can... Well, I think he will get rid of the Prismari Command here. The Teferi, really? Okay. Wrath of God. Do we want to have Wrath of God in hand? Yeah, I think it's some kind of health insurance for us. So let's play Steam Winds untapped. If he's attacking with one of these, I think we are going to block the Llanowar Elf. Or do we want to block Plague Collector here? Well, our opponent took a mulligan, so it might be that he doesn't have access to any more lands. So yeah, let's just see. Rotting Regazor, good thing that we kept the Wrath of God. Sure. So now we just jump block with a Shark Typhoon, because we need to find lands here. And it also is filling up Search for Azcanta. Land please, this is a land. Wrath of God. There you go. 3 cards in grave. It will take some time before Azcanta is transforming. Lovestruck Beast without a 1/1. So this might be that our opponent has either Heart of Kiran or he has something like a Plague Collector or a Llanowar Elf in hand. We can handle both with Prismari Command, so yeah, just put Brazen Borrower into grave. Lightning Helix also fine. Yep, pass turn. I would have loved to see a land here. The Great Henge. Oh, it's an artifact, that's nice. So let's just Prismari Command this. Oh, this is even better. So now we can kill the 1/1 and destroy the Great Henge. So much value. Nice. This I keep this. Because now I can play Narset and I have Brazen Borrower up. Do we have Magma Opus in grave? We don't. Guess we are going to keep Memory Lapse here. Not sure if this was the right decision. Not a Lovestruck Beast. It's fine. As long as you don't have any 1/1, I don't care. Seal away. We have enough removal or stuff that can interact with our opponent's cards, so I do not need this right now. Teferi, there you are. Plus Teferi. Yeah, I do not think that opponent can come back from this. Yeah, let's just go to round 3. Well, this hand is kind of slow. I'm not sure if we can keep this. So there is no board wipe here. There is Magma Opus, Mizzix Mastery, but our opponent could be too far ahead once this is enabled. So I think we need to ship this one back. Or do we? There's Brazen Borrower. I'm really unsure with this one. We have Brazen Borrower up, so we could bounce one threat. Well, let's just keep it. I'm not sure if this was the right decision. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of, an early Love Struck Beast. So best draw here is a Wrath of God or any other board wipe. It's good that he's playing Thoughtseize right now when we have not drawn it yet. Teferi, okay, so yeah, just play Island here. Next turn we can hopefully play Magma Opus, getting rid of the board. Is this saying black creature or black card? Oh, it's just saying exile another creature card, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Kill your board and one for you. Tap permanents. Yeah. Draw 2 cards, get a 4/4 elemental. So this buys us some time. Nice, we have access to red mana through lands now. So okay, yeah, we are now in a really good position. So it was the right decision to keep this hand. Yeah. And we won the game. We are on the draw here. And I don't think that this is a good hand. We cannot interact with anything in the early game, so we need to ship this back. This is much better. I think we will ship back Torrential Gearhulk here. But we have some interaction with our opponent, which is always good. And yeah, our opponent also took a mulligan, so it's fine. He also played a Triome, so more time for us. So if you could find a mastery here, we could do the old Mastery Opus trick quite early in the game, which is always nice. There it is. That's how you win games with Jeskai Control quite quickly. Sure. Oh, but we do not have a land that comes into play untapped at the moment. So this might be a problem next turn. Yeah. I was too quick with my thinking here. On displaying more expressive iterations, so this might become dangerous quickly. There's Drown in the Log, but this, sure. Yeah. So this became from really good to now he needs to keep to take the mastery, right? He takes the Teferi, really. So next turn there will definitely be Magma Opus if he does not have any other discard spell. Or is this Cling to Dust? If this Cling to Dust, what else could we take? Nothing. Do we want to take the risk here? I think it's worth the risk. So let's just play Mastery, Magma Opus. Yeah, it's Cling to Dust. That's unfortunate. There's the Teferi. I think this game is over. We might throw the Teferi on our own here, but other than that, this is looking pretty bad. So we did not have a land drop here. I think we want to go Prismari Command. Well, actually, our opponent, well, he's not untapped right now, but if we cannot handle this Teferi soon, we're dead. So I think we should attempt to kill it right now. So deal 2 damage and cycle 2 cards. Okay, so we will definitely discard Magma Opus and I think the Hallowed Fountain. Well, let's see if our opponent has a counter in hand. He actually has. Yeah, that was the danger of letting him resolve 2 iterations in the early game, so he sculpted a nearly perfect hand here. No, this is unwinnable. From this position, with this amount of cards in hand, we can put this into the bin. Okay, so we want to have Mystical Dispute, and we want to have Dovin's Veto, and I think we also want to have Shark Typhoon. We do not want to have Anger of the Gods, and I think this is just a sort of really grindy control matchup. So we want to keep maybe 2 of the board wipes. Or maybe even only 1. I'm not sure about this. Narset is good. Lightning Helix, we can trim 1 Lightning Helix. I think we can also trim 1 Magma Opus and 1 Gearhulk because we have Shock Typhoon now. I think we will just trim 1 additional Wrath of God here. But the thing is, if he's playing, I think he will also play Shark Typhoon if he's not even have in his main deck. Anyway, is there anything else we want to play here? So Fry, well, Fry is good to kill Teferi here again also. So we might want to even cut down one more Helix. Well, let's try it like that. Right, we're going to play first. This is a decent hand. It's not a great hand, but it's a decent hand. Let's play the Triome, pass the turn. Okay, Sulfur Falls, we have Memory Lapse up, so far so good. Inquisition, do I want to Memory Lapse Inquisition? Let's just do it, to slow down our opponent. So I guess he will take Teferi here. Oh no, he can't. Oh, this was so stupid. Actually, was it stupid? Well, he would have taken the Memory Lapse anyway, because he cannot take anything else. So this is now just trash 1 black mana, because he cannot discard anything. Does he have a Thoughtseize? Yes. Okay, so now Teferi is gone. But he has 2 cards in hand, which is really great, because next turn we can, or in his turn, we will play a 2-2, or we will cycle Shark Typhoon, make a 2-2, and then pressure him a bit. So he needs to handle this. Yeah, he just takes his companion. We will make the 2-2. Mastery, but no target. Well, we will just play the Triome, and next turn we have Gearhulk up. Attack with the Shark. The problem is that he will play Azcanta right now. Okay, if he attacks, we could block with Gearhulk, and if he is taking the mana and is playing something, we can counter it with Memory Lapse from the Gearhulk. So I think this is still a good position. Just swing with the Shark. Well, do we want to counter this already? No, because our opponent has access to a bunch of mana. Question is if he's going to... Oh, but yeah, he knows the Torrential Gearhulk, so he will not attack. But we could pressure him. Well, let's just put more pressure onto the board. No, I don't want to do this. So we have another counter here now, and let's just swing here. Okay, depending on what our opponent is now playing, we could just do the same again in his turn, play the next Torrential Gearhulk here to have even more, so then we have lethal on the board if he cannot handle it. Inquisition. This will just hit Narset, which is fine. Three cards in hand. Expressive Iteration. I think this is now the spot where I want to play the Gearhulk and counter it. To prevent my opponent to see more cards. Yeah. Memory Lapse the Iteration. Let's see if this pays off. Another iteration. Well, he can now cycle some, or chain some iterations. But he's also losing mana through this. Still nothing in the board for Mastery. Okay, he's going to kill one Gearhulk, but still there's lethal on the board. 2 mana up. Yep. So we are 1-1 up to the final round. So opponent is sideboarding further cards. What could he have seen that surprised him in the second game? Did we throw any of our sideboarding cards? The Shark Typhoon, yes. Shark Typhoon came from the board. I'm not sure if he is aware of that. This is a perfectly acceptable hand. So our opponent's still deciding. Oh, he's taking a mulligan. That's nice. Nice for us, actually. So let's play the Triome. Inquisition, this will most likely hit, I think, Memory Lapse. Or is he taking the Prismari Command here? He's taking the command, okay. Okay. Yeah, just play the Glacial Fortress, then discard Magma Opus. There is a black mana, so we need to be aware of Cling to Dust. That's what I want to say. There's another Opus. Well, this feeds nicely into Shark Typhoon. In this spot, well, we could have, if we play Castle Ardenvale, we have up both. We have Memory Lapse. That was a bad move by me. That was a punt, because I do not want to sacrifice a treasure for playing another Magma Opus. So let's hope this won't get punished. Okay. Well, he has another Cling to Dust, but he needs to tap all his lands for it. So I'm fine with that. And also now we can make a big shark next turn, which might put some pressure on our opponent. And it is either a sign that the hand of our opponent is full of lands, or that he is desperately searching for a solution or something that is putting pressure on the board. So we will now cycle for 3x, make a 3/3 to our card. Mystical Dispute. Oh, we could have even done, we could even have done a 4/4. This game is full of puns from my side. Sorry for that. So yeah, let's just attack with the shark. We have all the counters in the world. We could even create a human in our opponent's turn. And again, this is a good sign for us if our opponent is starting to cycle his triumphs. Expressive Iteration on Memory Lapse. Buy us some time. Or take one of the counters off the hand of our opponent. Is he just taking the companion? Oh, he wants to play something. Or he just wants to keep up Cling to Dust because he's afraid of Magma Opus. We just threw another Mystical Dispute. I think we just... So, let's see. Do we on 20 lives, not to 18, we just can put this into play. Untapped, so we have access to counters and can create humans. And we will do the same move again, Memory Lapse to Expressive Iteration. Okay. Well, I think we can safely create a human here because we most likely, if he's going to play something in response, it is Blue, and then we have Mystical Dispute up. That way we have now a 3-turn clock. Oh, shoot. Yeah, this was a punt by me again. The game of punts this is. It does not get punished, luckily. Well, play it untapped again. So we have access to a bunch of counters. We can even increase our clock here. So this time, most likely, I will let the Expressive Iteration resolve. Hydroid Crisis. I want to dispute this one. Opponent can't do anything against it, and then we make the next human here. Swing for 6. Then if we throw... Have we boarded out all Lightning Helixes? I think there's one left. Is there one left? Not 100% sure here. But anyway, this is a nice clock. Well, I'm just bluffing here to have an additional sorcery or instant. Let's swing for 5. Pass turn. Okay, so this is the question now. Do we want to let Iteration resolve? I think we should. Because again, most likely what comes out of this iteration that is a threat has a blue mana symbol in his casting costs. He's getting 3 lives out of the Cling to Dust. No, he won't. He just draws a card. This just works with creatures. Yep, that's what I meant. We can just counter Teferi here and win the game. Make a human. And that's it. Okay, seems like we are on the draw here. This is a hard one. Well, we are on the draw. I'm not sure here. So we could handle both non-creature spells and creature spells, but our opponent kept a hand of 7, so I think he should be quite quick here. So yeah, I think we need to mulligan here. This is better, definitely. We will get rid of planes here. Let's see what our opponent is up to. Play the Triome tapped, pass the turn. Okay, next turn we have Lightning Helix up. This seems like... Okay, opponent did not play any creatures, so in this case we will just play the Triome. Next turn we have Anger and Helix up, or potentially Narset. Tarka's Command, okay. So he's ramping. This just should be red Gruul Midrange, I guess. Okay, he gives it just haste, which is fine because now it dies to Lightning Helix. So we just play Hallowed Fountain tapped here and Lightning Helix the Gruul Spellbreaker. Oh, did I play it untapped? Damn. Yeah, that's fine. I think here we are going to play Narset. So play Steamwinds tapped. Play Narset. Let's see what we can get here. So yeah, definitely Day of Judgment. So we need to handle this Den of the Bugbear. So Lightning Helix would be welcome here. Guess he will shut down Narset. Okay, so he is not drawing that many cards with his deck, so... Oh, yeah, anyway. Okay, let's see. Well, we could play Teferi, but he would die. So I think the play here is just... So we would be also dead if... or nearly dead if we just take the hit. So I think a good way in the middle is to Anger here. And discard Magma Opus end of turn of our opponent. This doesn't look good. XX Green Hydra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 4, 4 Hydra. So these manlands are pretty good in this deck, I need to admit. So this is a nice addition from Forgotten Realms here to the deck. Yeah, there's nothing I can do against it. So let's just play Magma Opus here. This is interesting. So we could go Torrential Gearhulk in the upkeep of our opponent and just tap both mana lands. Oh, he has 3. But anyway, we can block the other one. Yeah, I think this is the way to go to survive here. Oh damn it, I think I need to stop in the upkeep here. Or let's just let him pay his mana here to activate the mana lands. That's even better. So we can kill something with Magma Opus. Scavenging Ooze. Sure. I think we only have one creature in grave. Oh damn, yeah, but... Okay, this is a punt by me. I should have played Torrential Gearhulk and yeah, flashback the Magma Opus in response of the Scavenging Ooze, because now he can just eat the Magma Opus with Scavenging Ooze in response when we want to try to cast it through Gearhulk. So we need to handle this Scavenging Ooze first. Yeah, so I think it's really like we need to play Gearhulk here and Lightning Helix Ooze. This is unfortunate, but yeah, I punted here, so nothing we can do against it. Okay, or our opponent just burns us to the death. Gruul Midrange it is, so we definitely want another Rod of God. I like the idea of Seal Away. Let's see what we could cut. I think Dovin's Veto isn't that good here. Clarion isn't also that good, and I may also trim down one anger, but I'm not sure about this. Maybe in favor of some Shark Typhoons. So we saw that he's playing Scavenging Ooze, so we might trim also one Gearhulk for another Shark Typhoon. And also Narset isn't that great against him. So maybe we even trim down 2 Narsets, play Gearhulk and Shark Typhoon. Like that. Yeah, let's give this a try. We are definitely going to play first here. Again, no, this is not keepable, especially when we are on the play. This is definitely better. We will ship back Torrential Gearhulk here. Or do we? Maybe we just ship back the Hallowed Fountain. Yeah, I like the idea of shipping back Hallowed Fountain here. Lair of the Hydra. Didn't have that on my radar. I think we will Helix the Lanuel Elf here, just to slow down our opponent. Sure. Cindervines. Cindervines is pretty good against our deck here. I think I am just going to cycle Shark Typhoon here because we need to find lands pretty badly. And pass. So we need a white source to play Rod of God. getting even worse, so we are getting burned a bunch now. Well, let's play Prismari Command, kill the Burning Tree Emissary and cycle 2 cards. There is no. So there's the white source. I think we are going to get rid of a Memory Lapse and a Seal Away. Or do we? So Seal Away could also handle Clotis, so I think we should either get rid of 2 Memory Lapse. Play this tapped. And pass. So this is now a race against Clotis. Also the Gearhulk isn't that great against him. Also the Ooze isn't that good, so we're definitely playing Rod of God here. I'm just not sure. I think we first should exile Clotis here because it is a permanent threat, and wait an additional turn to play Rod of God. Our opponent has 1 card in hand. I think that's a better play. Yeah, especially if he's continuing to commit to the board. We need to be aware of the Hydra here. So this is 7. I hope we are not dying to the Hydra. So it's 3 now. So this is 3, we are going down to 2 if we play Rod of God. So we are going to die against the lair of the Hydra right now. But let's check if our opponent sees it. But yeah, he sees us definitely, so this is an easy one. Yeah. Even this could kill us. Sure. Okay, so Gruul Midrange seems not to be the greatest opponent for this deck. Okay, so this is the last match of this recording. We are allowed to play first. Interesting. So we are on the play with a counter and Mizzix Mastery, but I don't think this is something we can keep. This is better. Well, we will ship back 1 Magma Opus. And let's see. Here I like to just discard Magma Opus end of turn. What the... Oh, that was a punt because, yeah, the mana wasn't right. Gosh, I need to play some extra games with this deck, so the last 2 games I punted pretty badly. It seems like we are playing a mirror match here. Yeah, this is the mirror. Do we want to try Narset here? Well, we will get... I think we will get Memory Lapse here. So this is a counter mirror, so it's just land go. Until first player makes a move. Yeah, land go. Magma Opus. There's Teferi, where we could give Narset a shard. Problem is, if they Memory Lapse and we Memory Lapse back, we lose one mana source. Yeah, I think still this is still a spot where I don't wanna do the first hit. Problem is our opponent is also more cards in hand. Well, we have Castle Ardenvale. This is a advantage for us, so we could start pressuring the board once we have an additional land. This is not an additional land. Oh, come on. So next turn, if we do not draw a land, I will just play Narset so that I don't have to discard to hand size. Portable Hole. You wanna exile my... Okay, he saw that we are a bit of mana, we are a bit lacking mana or lands. Yeah, so he will exile our treasure here. I think we should, yeah, just let him do that. There's the land. No, and pass. Okay, let's get started with threatening our opponent with 1/1s. At some point in time he needs to react. Sure. Well, it's a long way. Hitting more lands is pretty good here, so we could, even if our opponent is doing something in response of the Ardenvale trigger or the Ardenvale activation, we could still do something now. So currently we are actually in a favored position because of Castle Ardenvale. Our opponent needs to move. Even if he plays Torrential Gearhulk here, we can Memory Lapse it. Sweet. Sure. So this is pointless of fighting against this. Just keep making 1/1 white humans. I think we can just play it untapped. There's no danger in doing that. Narset. do we even care about Narset in this position? So actually, no. I don't think we care about Narset. So our opponent, what can our opponent find here? He could find Wrath of God, but he can find it anyway, so I just let Narset resolve here. Yeah, there's anger. So here's the deal. I could try to just Memory Lapse anger here. If he counters, there's nearly a spot where I could cast Teferi. Yeah, so here I will just create a human, and I think I will also kill Narset right now. Or try to kill Narset. If our opponent counters, there is still space for Teferi. Here we could try to cast our own Narset. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could also try Teferi here. But what I also like is... Well, let's attack first. I'm unsure about playing Narset right now. Can we still play Torrential Gearhulk? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we could. So yeah, let's just try our luck with Narset. This should get countered. Yeah. That was intended. I do not want to pay. Yeah, that resolves. He will definitely has some counter backup. So here we are end of turn. We are just trying Gearhulk Magma Opus. Would mean game if he doesn't counter it. So if he counters, he is down to 3 cards. So this is now just grinding. If he's playing his own Gearhulk with maybe Mystical Dispute, then the field is open for Teferi in our turn. Nice. Yep, that was a grindy mirror match. So let's see, what do we want to have here? We definitely want to trim Anger of the Gods. We want to have Mystical Dispute, Commerce, Dovin's Veto definitely. Also Fry is good. Is Fry good? But it's better than Lightning Helix. Shock Typhoon is also good. And also commands the end game is pretty good. Also Brazen Borrower is good. There are so many good cards in this mirror match, so I do not like Lightning Helix. Prismari Command. I also am not sure if we want to have Prismari Command. Maybe we trim it. And we definitely trim Deafening Clarion. We're down to 60. This is a game changer in the mirror, so we need it. What do we want to trim here? Maybe 1 Gearhulk and 1 Magma Opus. Well, let's try it like that. this is a perfectly fine hand. Well, there is no counter, but this is a long game, and also our opponent won't rush any planeswalkers, so this is perfectly keepable. Even if those two are not that good without any viable spell, but we have time. Is our opponent thinking if he wanna take a mulligan? Sweet, he took 2 mulligans. This is, in this matchup, where hand cards or cards in hand is nearly everything, or the end game is about cards in hand. This is pretty sweet. So let's hope that we can capitalize on this. Castle Ardenvale. Okay, this time he has the castle, but we throw it as well. So the Search of Azcanta is kind of annoying here, because it is bringing so much advantage for our opponent. I think we are just playing a tapped Steam Winds here. I think one of our best draws here would be Magma Opus. I think here we will just do the Lucky Punch, or try the Lucky Punch or play Narset here. If it gets countered, our opponent is down to 2 cards. Yeah, Search for Azcanta is annoying. Also, not throwing anything vital is quite annoying. Let's just play the castle. There's nothing in our grave we can take with Mizzix Mastery, so pass the turn. He's putting Memory Lapse, nice, he's putting Memory Lapse into the grave, so that means there is 1 additional counter in his hand. We have 2 ways of getting back Magma Opus. I think I will first try to get it back with Mizzix Mastery, and this is most likely getting countered. And then the next time we will use Torrential Gearhulk just to have a body as well. Yeah, sure. Okay, discard Opus. Ooh, sweet. Or do we wanna... How many cards he has in grave? Only 2. Okay, there's also an argue to just try the Gearhulk first, and then he's pretty much... he's tapped. So do it in the end step, so that in response of Castle Ardenvale, so that he is tapped out, or pretty much tapped out. Yeah, let's try this. I think he's more like, okay, he's doing it in our end step. I think he's digging for a mystical dispute here. We need to do it in the end step, because if we don't do it in the end step, he can play a Planeswalker. We could also play Amass the end game, which would be also pretty big. I think it would be even bigger than Mastery, and it can't get countered. So I think that's even a better play. Boy, oh boy. Well, you have... So this was the other counter that he had in hand, I guess. So let's just play Blains and play Torrential Gearhulk. Please do not have a... He has the Memory Lapse, oh my god. Whew, what a match. There's Narset. With the Soul Guided Lantern, he can exile the Magma Opus. Pretty well played by our opponent here. But now we can play Narset on our own. And this is still not off the table. I think we want to have Veto here. So Narset will go to... Wait. No, we don't have enough mana to... Oh shoot! I shuffled away the end game. Damn it. Punt it again. Okay. Let's pass the turn. Now they win through Azcanta and Ardenvale. Sure. Damn. There's another Memory Lapse. Sure. So I think what we are going to do is just build our own humans right now. So we can counter back the Memory Lapse in any case. But right now just... Or this is 6, 7... we're still at 15. No, because I want to counter back that when we play Gearhulk, it is not a good idea to crack the treasure right now. We have a dispute. But still, we are not favored in this position. Yeah, Azcanta does a ton of work here. Sure. So if you plays Memory with Narset, it would be pretty bad. Is this it's a sorcery, okay. Well, let's just play Gearhulk and cross our fingers. So if Gearhulk resolves, first thing we are going to do is kill Narset. But he still can build a blocker, that's annoying. There's a Triome. I think we want to cycle this one. Oh no! Oh damn. I'm playing so bad. I think... Do I want to scoop this? I think there's nearly no way on how I can win this. I had two really essential mistakes. Yeah, come on. It can't be countered. Concede. Damn. Still, our choices I think are fine. Maybe I cut one fry for another opus. Yep, played this pretty bad. Okay, our opponent is also taking his time with sideboarding. So you might found another nice technique here. What does he want to board into his deck now that he did not have in game 2? There we go. So, and he was even on 5 cards, so yeah, it was really... Never mind. Play first. Yeah, that's a keep. That's everything we want to have. Okay, end of turn we will discard Opus. And depending on what our opponent is playing, we can also play Narset. I'm not sure if he's stepping into this trap. If he would have a Search for Azcanta in hand, there could be a world where he would have been tapped out for this. Here I want to keep up Absorb, definitely. But if our opponent is not playing anything, we are just discarding another Magma Opus. Sure. No, he's playing nothing. So now we are back to land go. There's another Teferi. No, I don't want to get greedy now and play Narset with Absorb up. Because in the backswing there could be a Teferi. So Commerce endgame could be one of our best draws now. Also another land is good. There's Castle, there's Memory Lapse. Well, we could give... Let's just give Narset a shot here. Even if it's just to prevent our opponent to activate Castle Ardenvale, okay, we cannot counter that. Search for Azcanta with still 5 lands up. We need, sadly, but we need to let this resolve because there could be a Narset or a Teferi. The good thing is though that we could try to cast Teferi right now because we have enough counters up. If he counters that, we do not count. Nice. Let's see. Do I want to have Search for Azcanta from our opponent right now? I think we can give him 1 activation. Just to protect Teferi. So we have Fry. Absorb or Memory Lapse? Maybe Memory Lapse, so we have... So he's trying the another... Oh, this spell can't be countered. Damn it. Sure. But we still have the Teferi activation. Gearhulk is nice. We have 2 Magma Opus and Crave. Yeah. So Gearhulk could be also pretty good right now. Opponent has 3 cards in hand. Search for Azcanta is still annoying. Well, this is an intense matchup. Narset. We do care about Narset now because we want to draw some cards with Gearhulk. So let's try Absorb. If our opponent counters back, we could Memory Lapse, and then I think there's even a word where we could play Teferi. Triome. Let's play this tapped. Pass turn. And let's hope that we get Gearhulk through. 1, 2, 3, 6. So we have Gearhulk with a Memory Lapse backup. It's looking good. Yeah, let's give it a shot. And again, if he counters back, there is a potential open shot for Teferi. I think he has also one Magma Opus engraved, so he could also just Gearhulk back, which we could Memory Lapse. Magma Opus. Are we going to get it? I wanna put 4 damage on you, and I wanna tap your castle and your Triome, please. Might have been even better to tap the treasure. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So even if we put it back on top of our library, we could not play it next turn. So let's just resolve it and give Teferi a shot in our turn. Just play a bunch of lands so we can play around Mystical Dispute. Are we going to get Teferi here? 7 cards in hand, so we should bounce Search for Azcanta if we are going to get Teferi. Prismari Command. He wants to destroy the Gearhulk and throw cards. That's not good. So the problem here is now that if we would bounce to Search for Azcanta, Teferi would die. We could bounce the Gearhulk. Do we want to bounce the Gearhulk? So we have... let's just draw a card with Teferi. This is sweet. Well, swing with Gearhulk. So we know that if he has Prismari Command, he is cycling 2 cards. We cannot be sure that we can play Shark Typhoon or hardcast Shark Typhoon. So in any case, Gearhulk is dying. We still have Teferi. I think we are just going to cycle Typhoon here. Opponent is to 15. Oh, he's actually... That's interesting. He's putting Command into Grave, the card that could handle the Gearhulk. Does he have another command in hand? Or does he want to allocate the mana to activate such for Azcanta? Or Azcanta Sankaruin, better to say. In any case, we will most likely cycle Shock Typhoon. To put some more pressure on our opponents. So opponent is in main 2. Yeah, so this is cycle for 3. So if we have Fried, we can kill our Teferi right now. But I think he would have fried it before. This is sweet. This Gearhulk is really sweet. Also this Teferi is really sweet. Well, activate Teferi first. Another Hallowed Fountain. Is there a world where we do not want to play the Hallowed Fountain here? There's nothing that would discard from our opponents. We boarded out Prismari Command, so just play this. Swing for 8, sorry. Pass turn. Okay, in response of this, I'm going to play Gearhulk and play Magma Opus. And with a bit of luck, do we have Lightning Helix still in our deck? I'm not sure. That's fine. We will tap his treasure. Okay, there is a dispute. This is good. Any board wipe would be bad. Anything else is okay. So do you have a board wipe, opponent? We have the Ardenvale, so we could also deploy some humans right now. So the key is now if he's also Teferi. Is this Teferi in any case a game maker here? I think he would have played like a board wipe here first, so let's just dispute this. So then he's tapped out, Teferi still comes down, but we have enough to swing for lethal. Good game. Will he scoop? Whew, what a match! Luckily we won this. So yeah, so this time in this recording we went 4-1. Our only loss was against Gruul Midrange. Yeah, so that was pretty fun. It was a pretty nice deck, also in best of 3. Yeah, I hope you had as much fun as I did, and see you the next time.